So again, right, this is I just do a sample. So I do a portfolio for I structured like 3 different portfolios for like maybe 3 different categories. So let's say the first one, right? Can you see if it is it like too small? Let me zoom. Yeah, is it better? So these are in percentage. So let's say it's 100. So from the top, right, 100K fund. The mandate of this fund, right? Importantly, what's the goal of this fund? Okay, let's say it's a bit more aggressive, more tilted to grow because there's a long runway in terms of the person in charge of this fund. So let's say someone who is in the 20s, 30s, or even like late 30s, I think still okay, not retiring anytime soon. It can be a bit more concentrated, right? So this is how I will do it. So firstly, I have let's say US companies and China companies. Okay, and my total cash, total position and cash is over here. So let's say like when the market is at an all-time high, so before I even so this is how I will do it. I will look at the right side first, right over here. Before I even input here, I want to know I want to have this out first. When the market is at a high, what is my allocation wise, and what is my maximum down in terms of let's say 50%? I'm willing to go all in. So I covered more on this like structuring a portfolio in the first few videos, right? So you want to watch it as a refresher. I won't go into how to construct a portfolio specifics today. I just go in a bit more details into some other stuff. Okay, so as a market job, you just enter more. Okay, so sometimes in this case, right, I will say most of these are growth companies, and these are companies are not a recommendation. It's just personally, if it's my portfolio, I might have them. And some of you know, in China, I prefer JD over Alibaba because I think they are better growth company, the big margins are getting better, etc. Right? So this is how I might position it. Okay, so one new element that I want to share with you guys is you realize I have this selling put, right? So like I think Changi, right? Which is our first portfolio review, she have this miscellaneous part where 14% where the big allocation this part where she is sharing on where she just sells some puts, right? Like more opportunities trades. So this is what am I doing with my selling puts also. Okay. So let's say and how do I choose this percentage? It's like that. When the market is a high, right, I can don't need to be selling any put. I can just buy and hold the stocks, or I can have a bit of dip calls. I think it's fine. But as the market starts dropping, fear goes up, right? When fear goes up, it makes sense. Premium goes up, volatility goes higher, premium goes higher. All things equal, it's better to be selling puts. So at this part, I want to be selling some puts for sure. Okay, and you want to have a location that it will be significant amount. Like let's say 12%. This is in percentage. 12% of 100K is 12K. 12K means what? 12K means I can sell a put. If I sell one contract, the maximum strike price is 120. Does that make sense? So it must be a significant amount that I can sell. For example, 120, I can sell a put on Nike, JD, maybe a low entry for Visa or Facebook also can. So this figure, if it's too little, it doesn't make sense. And I want to be selling puts on one of the companies that I have chosen. That means if I sell this put on, let's say Visa, for example, and the share price drop, my worst case scenario is I need to own the shares. I must be comfortable doing that, which means I must be okay with my this 12% goes over here. So that's if my Visa or Mastercard position increase like exponentially, I'm okay with it. So in my portfolio, it's a bit dynamic in the sense where let's say of all these companies, I'm okay with like if it suddenly increase by 10%. Yeah, I mean after that I can slowly trim, but right now if my Visa suddenly goes up to 19%, I'm cool. Does that make sense? So this is how my selling put can suddenly become my desired portfolio. So my desired portfolio, I have some round numbers, but there's room for increasement or decreasement. Okay, because if it's good enough, like let's say initially you think, oh, my maximum is only 10%, but if suddenly I sell a put and I get a sign, it goes up to 20%. Are you okay with that? If you already have top conviction in your companies, you should be fine with that. So this is a good question to ask yourself also. If you do not have that conviction, then you like if you are not comfortable with the position being so high, right? Then you ask yourself, like, do you really have confidence in the company? And is it really one of the top companies that you want to hold? So these are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself. So again, this is optional. Don't structure your portfolio in this manner just because I'm just sharing it like that. Okay, I'm not sharing this is something that you can do because I know most of you guys are selling puts. So I mean sharing a portfolio in a way whereby it might be something that you can adopt. Okay. So this is just something that you can do. If you do not have this selling putting, I think it's fine also. You can just buy and own shares. You just change the weightage from over here and then spread across over here, or you can enter like new columns, like more companies. I think it's fine also. Okay, so there's no right and wrong way of doing it. It's just how you like to structure it. Okay, so all the like how you structure it depend on risk and versus reward. I mentioned more in the previous videos. Okay, so I won't be covering them today. I'm just sharing a bit more on the selling put portion, where any puts that you sell, for example, if at the low right 30%, I can be selling a few different puts. I can cycling right, and we're doing a Mastercard, Facebook, JD, you know what I mean. But at any point of time, right, it's companies that I want to own in the first place. Yeah, I only sell put at the price you really want to buy the business at. Okay, so really for those of you who are selling put, your top percent of like you must think when you before you click the button, how you select the company to sell a put. What goes on in your thought process? You might write it down. Because for some who are like for example, when you're driving a car, right? You don't exactly write down, oh, I need to get in, turn on the engine, look at check blind spot, check the mirror, all that. But once upon a time when you were still learning, you do this, right? Like you know what I mean? So now it's second nature to most of you those of the drivers will know. But when you're doing a portfolio, when you're selling, this is what you want to think also. Okay, so for me, I do not like consciously go and think, okay, I need to make sure it's the price that I want to own. You know what I mean? I don't do that because it's like conscious, it's like subconscious for me. It's like I don't have to think about it. But for most of you guys, you might need to slow down and consciously think about it. So you need to write your top percent, you write down a piece of paper. Selling put, step number one. Find the stock. Is it a stock that I'm willing to own, have high conviction on? Step number two. This price that I'm selling put on, is it really a price that I want to own? Okay. And then some of you might say yes. So you want to break down this process further. Okay, right now, Facebook is at or previously Facebook was at let's say $200, and I tell you if Facebook can drop $150, you sure you want to buy? Then most of you will say yes. Then the next question to ask will be, if Facebook really can drop so much, maybe something terribly bad must have happened, right? And for the share price to drop so much, correct? And in that scenario, do you still really want to buy Facebook at that price? That is a question to ask. Okay, so it's not like a trick question, but it's really like if I tell you, if you want to buy Tesla at $10, sure, who don't want? Because right now Tesla is at $500. But for Tesla to drop from $500 to $10 means what? What must happen for Tesla to drop from $500 to $10? Like, you know what I mean? Bankruptcy, Elon Musk die, whatever. So in that scenario, at $10, you are not like, do you really still want only for $10? Because $10 can very well drop to zero. Because if 2 months ago I asked you, do you want to buy Royal Caribbean Cruise at $10? Most of you just say yes. You know what I mean? So this question, you don't want to ask yourself, like, ask for the sake of asking. Ask yourself, then immediately answer is yes. Then what's the point of asking? Correct? Your question must have a yes or no one. If your answer only is yes, then that question is like in the SOP for nothing. Okay, so your question outcome must be, your sort of percent must be a bit more detailed. Yeah, unless it's a structural change. If like the general market drop, nothing has changed to all these companies, then I mean cool. Okay, then that's a question you answer yourself. Then some of you might think, but every time the share price drop to the strike price and further down, then you don't want that price anymore. You want something lower. So this is the thing. So when you ask the question, you must ask yourself. So the additional question to it, right, will be: am I okay to own the company? Let's say, am I okay to own Facebook at $150 with the understanding that it's going to drop 20% more or 30% more? Not I own at 150 and then immediately I own it goes back up. No way in scenario, this kind of scenario will happen for you. Okay, so every time you ask yourself the question, it must be after I own, I get assigned at this price, it will going to drop 30% more. Are you okay with that? So not to be assigned this price, but are you okay assign this price and then the share price drop 30% more? That is the question. Suddenly, it's not a like immediate yes anymore. Does that make sense? So these are some of the questions that you want to be asking yourself. Yeah. Okay, so this is just like if how if I have 100K and if I just want to have a few concentrated companies, this is how I might do it. Okay, any questions on this on whatever I covered so far based on what I said? So I'll try to go a bit faster. We are running a bit out of time, but we have 1 minute for everyone to just get your thoughts. Okay, no questions, right? I will. So everyone okay so far? Can I still go on? Still okay, yeah? I know it's late. Everyone's getting tired, but if everyone okay, can you give me okay sign? Oh, no, I cannot see okay sign. Just type okay in the group chat. Okay, you're okay. Okay, still going strong, right? Okay, okay, last 10, 15 minutes already. Okay, just give me your best concentration for the next 10 minutes. All right, then I'll let you off. Okay, so this is first template. So the second one, right, is similar, 100K, but this time around, right, I position it to be a bit more for retirement. Okay, so it's a bit more conservative, not as risk averse, and because of that, it's more diversified to more stable companies. All right. So what I might have. So firstly, you might see different. I have some blue chips that give me a 7% yield. Of course, only by this if you support Singapore stocks, lah. Okay. And again, can you see across the board? I have more. I don't have Tesla. I have more ETFs. I have more like stable companies like this one. For example, instead of Visa, I will have iPay. I have the whole sector instead. So I don't have individual company risk. So across the board, right? Firstly, my risk goes down a lot because of the diversification. Secondly, I am positioned for instead of 50% down as usual, I'm in position for 60% down. Again, you can do more conservative to 70% instead. Okay, so there's no right and wrong to this. And for selling put, right, it's not that much because over here the whole idea is I want to own. I mean, more this is a more passive approach also, more conservative, yet at the same time more passive approach. So I mean just and these are companies that I just although I not say randomly choose, but I choose it in a way whereby can you see in my US sector, I'm quite diversified. Firstly, I have the top 100 companies in the US. I have the digital payment. I have Apple. Uh, I have Johnson Johnson. So Apple, Johnson Johnson, Nike, Waste Management, they are, I would say, very, very different industry. Of course, you don't like, let's say lah, you don't like Johnson Johnson because you don't like their products. You can change it to Disney also, for example. Or if you don't like Nike, you can change Adidas. You don't like Waste Management, you can change it to Coca-Cola. I think it's fine also. Yeah. So these are different ways you can go about doing it. And again, I still have a lesser China allocation because I might not, my portfolio might not have that much room to see the very, very great China growth, but I at least have a bit. Okay, so this is how I might do it for a more conservative portfolio. So why not I just split between high, so someone asked, why not I just split between high growth ETFs? Also can, yeah, sure, definitely. So again, there's no right or wrong. You can just have all the high growth ETF, QQQ, iPay, Hack, Robo. FXI is not really that much high growth, but more KWeb. Yeah, but yes, you can. So I'm just sharing. This is by no means a perfect or optimal portfolio. I'm just sharing how I might do it if it's me personally. Okay. If you want to do it, definitely you can do it in a separate way. Okay. Some ETFs I'm not as familiar with, and personally, it's a bit against the grain, but I don't really like. I'm not that into cyber security companies. Not because they're not good, because I mean just I don't understand as much. So it's really I built this portfolio based on my circle of competency. Okay, I don't understand cyber security that much, so it's not in my portfolio. But if you're in that sector, for sure it must be in the portfolio. You know what I mean? So different portfolios will have different things up. Okay, for 1% of 100K, it should only be 1,000. How to afford Alibaba? So Alibaba is only few $100. Yes, so you can have a few shares. Yes, you do not need to. Is that a question, CJ? Yeah, and also if some of you guys realize you can buy partial shares. Some of you say they have enough money to buy Google or Amazon because it's thousand over dollars, but you can actually buy partial shares. Okay. I think PLC don't have, but Interactive Broker you can do that. And I think for most of you guys who are just buying and owning stocks, you might prefer Interactive Broker instead of Thinkorswim because Thinkorswim for buying and holding stocks, the commission is like $5 per transaction, which is I think higher than Interactive Broker. So this later on I can share more with you. But this is just something to consider. Yeah. So CJ, I think yeah, if 1%, let's say 1,000, you can do that also. You can buy a few shares. Yeah. You can buy one share, two shares, three shares. Yeah, you can do that. How much is for Interactive Broker? I do not have the figure of it. Later I check for you. Yeah, later let me check the Interactive Broker thing and I will share that in the Telegram group later. Okay. So this is how I might structure it. You definitely will be do not copy, like there's no need for you to copy because these are just my you copy you don't have conviction on these companies. Some of you have conviction on like other ETFs, go ahead. You know, it's just saying how I will do it. And importantly, right, a few things you want to note, which is what I covered earlier. Some of the questions in mind is you do structure it according to your risk profile in terms of how many percent drop? Do you have like too many companies or too little companies? Too many companies, you do not have enough time to monitor. Too little companies, like let's say 2 or 3 companies, you are not diversified enough. So you want to have a good mix, like from this to maybe a few more, 12, 14, 15. I think it's okay. And importantly, I am covered by different countries also. If USA go to shit, at least I have some companies in China and in my hometown. Yes, so you want to be covered everywhere, okay? And again, say like any post I'm selling, right? If I'm selling like 15K worth on QQQ, I'm okay with here being like um, extra 15% or collective or 22%. I must be okay with that. All right. Okay. So how I might do a smaller fund size of 30K? So the mandate is similar to the first one, right? Where it's a bit more aggressive one. And because we have 30K portfolio, right, it's harder to go into individual companies. So I might just keep it simple, and I just do a growth company. Sorry, a growth ETF like QQQ, because QQQ inside there is like all the good companies there: Google, Amazon, Facebook, Apple, Adobe, Facebook, Tesla. Yeah, I mentioned Visa already. Yeah, all the good companies are already there. I can just go there, and then I have one with my favorite topic, like just my personal bet. Let's say for me is Tesla. I think in the next 10 years it should do well lah. Okay, all things considered, it should do pretty okay. If everything goes well, like Elon Musk don't die and everything should do well, then it's my topic. Yours could be different. Yours could be Facebook or Visa or I don't know. So you know you can do it that way. And then in China, I have my own personal pick, and then I have the whole of China tech also. So this way you keep it simple, but at the same time, it's still a pretty solid growth companies. And of course, you reserve some space for selling puts so that if the market drops, I have because 15K, right? So 15%. So 15% of 30K, right? I need to make sure like the amount is enough to be selling put. I can sell a put on a strike price of $45. So $45 I can do what? $45 I can sell a put on JD. I can sell a put on maybe Nike, Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? So these are some of the. So you want to make sure this amount is significant enough. And of course, as you go down, then you unlock like higher strike price up, so to speak. Over here, it's just simple 25%. 25% times maybe 30K, strike price of 75, right? So 75, I can do maybe 2 JD. I can do 25. I can do what? I can do McDonald's, Nike. These are some of the companies. Yeah. So this is how you can make it. So you want to make sure your selling put, the amount is not too little, like you cannot do anything. And yet at the same time, it's not too much. And as we drop further, I allocate higher percentage to like 50% here. Because right, when we are 50% down, assuming you have a long-term outlook, right? Like market will be super fearful at 50% down. So that will make selling put very lucrative. So I want to be doing as much of that as possible as my portfolio can allow. So I think 50% is kind of the max. And for bigger portfolio, I will have lesser because 30% of 100K is different from 50% of 30K. Does it make sense? In the sense that some strike price, I might not be able to do it. Like if I sell a on Facebook, but if this percentage is not high enough, I cannot do it. And some of you, if let's say with a 10K, 20K portfolio, then it's even harder. Okay, so this is how I might structure it to have the selling put portion. Okay, but if you do not have this, it's fine also. You can just buy and own individual companies, wait for it to recover, do some costs, keep things simple. Okay, right now you just want to don't go over complicated first, don't go full retard, but like keep things simple and at the same time make good money. Okay, so this is the idea lah. Okay, any questions you guys have? Yeah, Square is a super good company. So ARK, right, is some ETF, some growth ETF. Also can. I think ARK, they have some pretty good ETFs. Like they also have AR, so there's like ARKK, ARKQ, something like that. Most of them have Tesla inside. You can go for it also. BAM is also a good ETF. Brooksville Asset Management. Yeah, these are some companies. So there's a lot of companies that are pretty good. Feel free to go ahead. It's just not my. I can only choose a few. Yeah. Can I know how to calculate the max strike price I can take? For example, amount of 7,005 allow for selling put on McDonald's. I thought McDonald's is at 160. So I think okay. So let's say 7,005, right? You can do it at so you might want to choose the last possible strike low, but the premiums will not be as good lah. Okay, you get the idea. So if I go 90, so McDonald's might be not too feasible, but if I go 90, then it might be a bit more relevant. So some companies, so you need to play around with the figures. Okay. So with 7,005, I can do like JD. I can do one JD, maybe $30, $35, and then maybe I can do one Square. Yeah, something like that. I break it up into two companies instead. Provider, these are the companies that I want to own in my portfolio. Yeah. IEMG is on IEMG. Yeah, so they, I mean, I'm not saying yes, can or cannot. Just that. So emerging markets, right, is I think it's okay, but I think it's uh, too diversified because emerging markets, right, is the whole global market, include Russia, Brazil, like everywhere else, correct? And so which means that it will move very slow. Uh, you know what I mean? Because and it's because like even the top companies in that ETF, it amounts to maybe 1 or 2% of the whole portfolio. So there is not much room for growth. It's like theoretically very hard for it to go over a long term period. Can you see over a 20-year period? If over a last 20-year period it's not moving that much, this is not 20 years, this is a new ETF, right? It's like 30. So maybe I change another emerging market ETF. So EM is there's a more sample size. Like over the last since '09, right? Can you see they did not break a previous high, so it's not really so although it's an emerging, but emerging can be a very false, very subjective thing. So I personally do not really like emerging global markets. Yeah. I rather if you want emerging myself, just put your money in China. Like China, KWEB, I think might be better. Yeah, this is just my personal take. Okay. Yeah, something to think about. It's just my personal take again. That does not mean it's like, there's no right or wrong. There's no, it's just what I personally will do. I'm just sharing my personal approach. Okay, so okay. We went for about 2 hours plus. I mean, it's a bit long, but I hope everyone learned something today. So before you sign off for today, just consolidate some of your thoughts for the last 2 hours. What is like the top 1 or 2 things you learned? Okay, and importantly, how is that going to help you, like practically, like right now? For some of you guys who have some stocks in your portfolio that is at a loss, but at the same time, it's not supposed to be part of your ideal portfolio, you know what to do, right? As I talked about it, yeah. And then how can you let your brain win over your heart? Just write on a piece of paper, your ideal portfolio. Just write it down. Because if you're just thinking like that, your brain is going to lose. Your brain is not trained to win your heart, right? Like humans are emotional creatures, so you want to write it down on a piece of paper, Excel spreadsheet. That will help you. Okay, so it might sound like very very lame, very cliche, but hey, if it works, why not, right? So this is what you want to do. And also, what other takeaways you have in terms of like I covered how can you categorize companies into different grades? And all the some are pretty good companies, right? Even like DBS Bank, all that. But even then, I can categorize them to different grade stuff. So again, grade D, grade C doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean you should not have them. There will be depending on your portfolio, they might have a place to be. Like DBS Bank, if you have CPF, why not, right? Yeah. So look at structure your whole portfolio. Look at your net liquid figure. Some of you ask, right? The net liquid figure is yes, your net liquid is if you reset right now, that's the amount of money you have. So you want to, when you work on a, like let's say a brand new portfolio or white piece of paper, this use a net liquid figure. Okay, not the amount you start with 2 months ago, but your net liquid figure. Okay, and then portfolio management, I think I just shared a bit more questions, like what you can do. Okay. So again, this part I think is very important. Okay, this is really the gist of selecting good companies. Change your mindset, right, from like the biggest discount to the one with the best growth instead. Okay, stop catching falling knives. Okay, because like this is the thing, you start to catch a falling. This is how it goes. You catch RCL at 85% discount, and then you continue to drop even more, and then you spend the next few years waiting for it to recover. Okay, story of your life, right? For some of you guys as investors, okay, you want to change the story. Okay, change your story to this, which is currently what some of you guys are, to this, and then everything will be easier. Your portfolio will be doing better, making more money. You'll be more interested. Then everything, all the compounding will come in. Okay. Yeah. So some of you who need watch the part one, the video later, I put the link again. And then just some of the questions you ask yourself, is it diversified enough? And yet at the same time, do you have enough concentration on your best companies? Is the company match up suitable for you? And then right now it's all in your head, right? So you want to have bounce ideas. You want to share it on like investing forums. Let the whole world see. Like you don't have to say your real name or anything. Like, I mean, just be an anonymous poster. Just share. Hey, you got this sample portfolio that your friend share with you. You just want to and then let people review their thoughts up. And just take it with a pinch of salt. But at the same time, if whatever they say resonate with you, it makes sense. Oh yeah, I never think of this before. I think it makes sense. I need to be aware of this. Yeah, so these are some questions you can, simple things you can do to level up yourself. Okay, what is your contingency? Every single thing. Some of you guys who are more aggressive, what is your contingency to protecting your portfolio from yourself? So that in the next job, you do not get, in the next market crash, you do not get overly aggressive. Aggressive is okay, but overly aggressive and going more than your margin allows, it's not. It's like driving a car fast to get from point A to point B is fine. You are in a rush. Everyone is in a rush. But if you are driving at a speed where you might crash, then it's just stupid. It's like stupidity, right? So how can you avoid yourself from that? And especially if you know you have tendency for that. So this is just something. And if you are that kind of person, you want to share, maybe just PM me. Some what measures are you going to take? Okay. Like last time when I was playing poker, right? We have this thing called the safety valve, whereby like if I feel like I'm losing too much, in a single session, the software, right, it will automatically cut off to prevent me from logging in at least for 1 hour. Like market trading, there's a down limit, right? If the market drop 5%, it's a limit halt. Okay, so why to prevent the whole thing from spiraling? So how can you prevent your portfolio from spiraling? Okay, if and when it comes to that. So these are some of the questions, very tough and very painful questions to ask, but I just be a bad guy to ask it for you, right? But importantly is what can you learn from it? All right. So I think we come to the end. We'll continue in your individual Telegram chats. Any questions you can ask there. And then if you need, you can any questions you can ask you also. Spend a bit of time before you log out, before you move on to the next thing. Just recap some of the things that you learned over the last 2 hours, because you spent the last 2 hours here, right? And definitely you learn a lot of things. But do you think you will remember it? 3 days from now, 1 week from now, the next Thursday, do you think you will still remember 80% of this? Maybe not, right? So if you are not, right, then what are you going to do to help your retention? Write down, right, what's the key learnings, what actionable steps you're going to do. Like every time I attend a workshop, review, webinar, course, whatever, this is what I will do. Yeah, so you need to revise, man. When's the last time you revised your notes? Like you think, like even Warren Buffett, he learned one time, he also need to revise, much less you and me. Right? So if you did not revise, then are you like what call it, short selling yourself in terms of you're improving your learning curve? So sometimes it's really just putting in the necessary effort, okay? And at the start, it's always the hardest because right now you might not have the momentum, but after a while it gets easier. Okay, so it starts from somewhere. So for those of you who some of your portfolio have losses from stretching from I don't know how many years ago, just say goodbye to them, make peace with it, and then start the trip. Yeah. Okay. Great. So I love sharing with everyone. See you guys at in your group chat. Any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll continue the discussion there. Okay, and I'll be uploading this later on. Give me some time, it might take, because sometimes the loading might take a while. I might upload it tomorrow or something like that. Okay, 谢谢大家. Any questions? Feel free to ask me. And yes, if you guys learned something today, just type yes. Wonderful insight. Just give me some comments. Okay, before you sign off. Yes, those of you who have not had dinner, please go take something. Okay, over dinner, eat slowly and just recall and what over the next 1-2 weeks, based on your new insights today, what are you going to learn, man? Well, what are you going to do? What actionable step, practical step are you going to do? Some of the steps might be very painful. Some of the steps will be like, wow, this sort of thing I don't want to think for 10 years already. But we mean who is you found over? I mean, and it's okay. I'll be a bad guy. I ask for you. What are you going to do about it? Okay. Yeah, I will be sharing. You guys want the slides? I will zip it up and share it somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys. Those who are okay, you can leave the group. Once you finish your writing down, your planning down thoughts, you can leave the group. I will see you back in the Telegram group.